because you'll lose some of your background.
Man, how many? Turn that music up, man. See, you want to lose some of the back. I'm like Clarence this morning. Like,
Lord Jesus.
so you gonna lean on back, man. You know you from Alabama. You know how y'all be in that distant quarter down there. You be down there, that mother like this.
Yes, sir. Am I okay with that?
That's the side. All right, man. What microphone am I on? This?
Yeah. Take that, yeah.
I don't need this, man. Come on, that's too short, right? Woo! Hey, what? Man, I can't see them both, man. I'm gonna say, make sure this is turned up too. Cause that audio was like real light. And I might have to do more like this. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Gotta get rid of that feedback. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your host, Joaquin Thompson with the Daily Bread Radio Show. Why you turn the mic on?
I did not. Keep talking.
Oh, man, what was I saying?
You're saying Joaquin did a great radio show.
Oh,
Sorry, you
man.
said too much.
Oh, man. Every week, man. How long we been doing this? Is the 68th episode, man. Why?
And it get better though.
Ah!
All the way from where?
Ah!
All the way from where?
Let me start over, man.
Start
All
over.
right.
Yeah, you done messed
All
up.
right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your host, Joaquin Thompson, host of the Daily Bread Radio Show, coming to you live from Snellville. Hey, man,
Did you get the governor?
listen, man. Do what?
Did you get the governor?
The governor?
Yeah.
I ain't get the governor, but hey, hey, man, hey.
Uh-oh.
Look,
You about to get into
look, man, listen.
Oh, my Lord.
Listen. We got a special guest in the house, man, so we're going to have to keep it clean, keep it nice, keep it tight. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We got a special guest, world-renowned,
Come on. Say it.
celebrity, master artist,
Come on.
national champion.
Come on.
What?
What?
Clarence,
What?
the pencil man,
The pencil man.
Pointer.
Did you-
In the house.
Did you say pencil man?
We supposed to hit the round of applause,
Hold
man.
on, we'll do that. We'll
Man,
do
get
that.
on.
I want to hear what you said. Or did you
Get
say,
on your job,
Did
man.
you say pencil man?
Get on your job,
Did
man.
you say pencil man?
Bruh, you heard what I said, man. I said world-renowned, celebrity, master, artist, in the house. That's what I said, man.
Yes,
Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Man, turn that head down, man. What you trying? We great guests, man. You got it all hot,
Man, look at here. Man,
You put some water on me, man.
that's the real time. The real time.
Woo,
You
come
gotta
on,
get on.
man.
It was cool on the day one.
It was good.
Yeah, cause y'all was all lean back. It was. I mean, it had to be cool, man.
Thanks for lean.
Had to be cool, man. But we're super excited having Clarence in the house, and he's gonna join me. He's gonna be my special guest, and you know we're gonna talk to him about his career, everything that he's doing in and out and around, not only in the nation but in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. But you know, a couple things I wanted to definitely, you know, do some housekeeping first. A couple things I needed to do before we get into the interview. The first one was this Saturday, September 8th, is it'll be it's my mother's birthday, and
Praise
my
God.
mother passed away back in 2004 on New Year's Eve of all days. But you know, God don't make mistakes. God don't, you know, He don't have to apologize for His time, because everything is on time. It's already on destiny. It's in destiny, and everything is ordered. Man, I ain't putting this in front of my face, man.
Man, you want to have quality?
Man, go ahead, man. I don't want that in front of my face. But so I'm dedicating this show to and my mom, her nickname, you know, she had a lot of nicknames, and I'm not gonna go into that. But here's a picture of me and my mom. I think I was like I was probably about 7.
You was a little
You know what
fella.
I'm saying? Yeah, I know I was handsome, man. You ain't got to, I mean, just say I was handsome, bro. You ain't got to.
Nah, you ain't never.
Ain't nothing wrong with you saying, man. You act like you scared to say, bruh.
You ain't gonna never.
You did say that.
Nah,
You tried to say it under your breath. He's handsome.
Nah, I said you.
Nah, I know we in Atlanta and all, but brother, it's
sir.
good.
No,
Man,
sir.
we family.
No,
So
sir.
if you think I'm handsome, bro, just say. And it's just a 7-year-old picture.
You would never hear that,
Yeah,
brother.
man, that's what's wrong with y'all,
That
man.
is- look,
You
the
know what I'm
ship-
saying? Scared to show your true feelings.
Look here, the ship.
And then I got my other picture here. This is a more recent one. This is just of her. So I'm dedicating episode 68 to her. She never got an opportunity to see me do my thing and really work in my gift, which is helping people change their lives through, learning about personal finance. So this show is about personal finance. Man, we need to switch that too, because you got that backwards. This show is about personal finance, and what we do on the Daily Bread Radio Show, we talk about different aspects of personal finance from a spiritual perspective. We don't do religion on the Daily Bread Radio Show because when you start getting into religion, that's when things start getting real, gray, right? Everybody think they right. Everybody think, they got the number one, God. They got Yahweh. They got Buddha. And all. Listen, it's just one thing. There's one creator, one being, one supreme being, and that's God. So what we do on the Daily Bread Radio Show, we come from a spiritual perspective, but at the same time, we keep everything focused on God. It's just God. All that other stuff, I don't get into religion. So don't call up here to the radio station, 678. Let me give you the call-in number, 678-381.
How you gonna say? Don't call up here. Then
Don't call up here, man. I'm going to get a number out, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Look, I was thinking about this show coming out here, but the call-in number is 678-381-1973. That was a good year, too. 678-381-1973. So if you got a comment, if you want to call in, you got a question for the Pencil Man, this is world renowned, so y'all need to take advantage of this. We got a celebrity in the studio. This man has traveled all over the world. He's did paintings from all kinds of people, all types of art. And when I say his art is phenomenal, that's an understatement. I'm gonna just leave it there. I was looking for another word for it because when I was talking to you yesterday,
Right.
and we was talking, and I was like, I said, I'm a master artist. I was like, I'm like, yeah, okay. But he said, yeah, if you look at my website, then I'd really tell a story.
Right.
Man, he was talking. Me and Clarence had a good conversation. Yeah. I call myself multitasking. Man, I switched and went to that website. I went from my, yeah. I was like, yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yes. I went into my quality and your book of business and your portfolio. But I was just, I'm really, man, just humbled, the fact that you would take some time out your busy schedule, come and hang out with us, and just show us some love, man, because I know you could have been a million different places.
I could have been.
You could have been a million places and doing a million different things. So I like to do my show a little different. Most times when people, do interviews, they like to give out the information at the end, like where can people contact you. But we're going to start off with that. So Clarence, before you even give your introduction, tell people where they need to go if they need to contact you, to have a painting or a portrait or a drawing commission, or if they want to buy some art, or if they want to support the cause. Where can they reach out to Clarence, the Pencil Man Pointer? Where can they reach you at?
I'm Universal on my website. Just go there, like I told you.
But you gotta wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. You gotta tell them where at on the website, man. You gotta. Okay, listen. I'll help. Clarence.
Hey,
Wait a minute, bro.
I'm Universal.
Clarence, I'm Universal.
Hey, just Google me.
Look, man, man, you know you're a beast. You know you're a beast. Yeah, you can bring it up a little bit, man, but don't put it in front of your face. That's something I learned just in viewing it. But you are you big when you can say that, right? Just Google me. Like, well, spell his name out, man, because sometimes people may not. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll be the translator. Right, because we from Humblia, so I'll be the translator. So you all, if you want to Google Clarence, CLARENCE, the Pencil Man, Pointer, Pointer. Just Google that, and then you can go to his website. His website is spelled the same way, www.clarencepointer.com.
That's it.
That's it. And you're universal, so we keeping it simple.
Keep it simple.
Right? You can reach out to him, all your contact information. Now, when you go to the website, I gotta warn you all. When you go to the website, make sure you're sitting down.
What?
Because, I mean, I was just, it's one thing to see art, but it's something different when I looked at the art, I was like, you did all that with a pencil? And I think about the way that I draw my art with a pencil. I'm thinking about the way I do my art, you know, my little stick man, but the way that man, it has to be a gift. So share with the listener audience, like, how did the pencil man evolve? Like, where did it come from? Like, what's your story?
We know, like I always tell people, I said, you know, if you got a gift, it's just there.
Okay.
Eventually, it has to come out.
Okay.
But you have to recognize it when it comes out. Don't let it sit dormant. You gotta be busy. You gotta stay on the grind with it. Let it mature, cultivate over the years. You just gotta stay with ability, man, and just see it all the way through. That's it.
See,
It's no secret.
that's a secret. No, that's a secret because, and the reason I say it's a secret is because of this. Sometimes I think, this is my personal opinion, right? So, for whatever it's worth, this is my personal opinion. I think, hey man, time out. I'm doing an interview, man.
Humbly.
All right, so we're staying Humbolea. Cause I was about to say something about Pittsburgh, but I'm not gonna go there yet. We just warming up. But I believe that people do have gifts.
Right.
People have talents. And I think sometimes people, because they can do certain things, they do them, right? Like, I could cook, I could paint, I can, I could teach, I could, run a business. But I think that God gave everybody one dominant gift.
I can contest to that.
Right? Like your gift. And that gift, whenever you get to the point to, like what you were saying, whenever you get to the point where you recognize and you have that aha moment, like, now this, I could do a lot of things, but this, can't nobody do this like me. And I think that's the way you feel about your art. Not to put words in your mouth.
It's only one me.
Right.
And I mentor a lot of other artists, right?
Okay.
And I'm not looking for any pencil man clones.
Ooh.
I want to help you develop your own style to where it can be.
Right.
It's really simple. I mean, don't make it complicated. I tell them, let's do you.
Right.
I'm gonna do me.
Right.
And you do you.
Ooh, and y'all need to call in 678. Man, I thought every time I start this, I'm like, we're gonna ease into it, and we're gonna, but that's some profound wisdom.
It really is. I mean,
You said I ain't looking for no clones, but I'm willing. But see, you said a lot just in that statement, because a lot of times people, and that's why I started off the show and said, what? I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come share that with me.
right.
Because a lot of times people, for whatever reason, are not willing to share.
A lot of artists are stingy.
Whoa.
I'm a free giving.
Okay.
It might cost you a little bit.
I was going to say, you better preface that.
No, as far as the mentoring,
Right.
if you're serious about your craft and you want to move to the next level,
Right.
I can help you, because it's all about the basics, the fundamentals, the right formula for accuracy and stuff like that. So if you don't know that, you can do the same thing forever and a day,
Right.
and there's no change in your growth.
Right.
But if you got someone of tenure, like I have, decades in the arts, sharing something with you, behoove yourself to listen and apply it, then you'll see some change and progression in your work almost overnight.
Whoa. Okay. So y'all need to call in, man. 678-381-1973. 678-381. I see your feed is going up, so, definitely, your audience can call in. We got the Daily Bread Radio audience on as well, but definitely call in and glean some information and glean some wisdom from this brother here, because this brother is, hands down. I done seen a lot of stuff. I done been a lot of places. I've seen a lot of art. I've seen a lot of artists. But when I say this man's gift, the stuff that he can do with a pencil, we're not talking about paint and brushes and I mean, I get that. I get the Mona Lisa, I get the Rembrandts, I get all of that. But to take a pencil, I'm talking about a number 2, the same pencil we take the SAT with.
Well, actually, it's not number 2.
Oh, it's not number 2? Oh, okay. See, I just learned something. See, that's why y'all need to call in 678-381-1973. But
It started with number 2.
it started with a number 2,
Yeah, but way back when, like over 4 decades ago.
and then you progress.
They evolved to 2H, HB, stuff like that, different tones, different
Can we
levels.
use that on SAT? HB?
HB you can.
Okay.
That's like
Well,
a
we
number
need
2.
some help. But definitely, I mean, but let me ask you another question, a different question. Because I know a lot of people listening, they saying, that's great. And I hear this as well, like, oh man, you was so lucky. You was lucky.
No.
Tell you, so were you, tell me your story, like, were you working and then you start getting into your gift, or were you doing your gift the whole time? Share that with me.
Well, from the embryo stage,
I can't share nothing with you, but you quick, man. You Ocean's 11, boy.
no, seriously, it's like, it evolves.
Okay.
Through all the obstacles, circumstances, dilemmas, marriage, church, kids, jobs. I always practice, right?
Okay.
So I knew eventually the time would come that I would be doing it full time. And it's been full time for 10 years. Now,
Wow.
was it luck? No, it wasn't luck.
Right.
You know, you hear this term, people say, right place, right time.
Right.
That's true, but there's an extension to that. Be prepared for the opportunity when it presents itself. If you ain't ready for the opportunity, you can be right place, right time all you want.
Right.
That's gonna happen. So I'm my own agent, publicist, manager. I wear all those hats. So I stay engaged. I try to stay relevant as much as I can.
Right.
So there's no luck involved. If I see an event going on, I'm gonna plug myself into the event. All I gotta do is share my website.
Yeah.
They're gonna say yes.
I mean, because if I was involved with something and you told me to Google you, if I said, well, who are you? And you said, well, Google me, and told me to go to your website,
You call me back.
yeah, I'll call you back. I was going to say, I wouldn't call you back. It's a spiritual show, so I got to tell the truth. I would call you right back because, again, like I said, it's just a phenomenal gift. But some of the things that you just shared with us also, and a lot of times, you know, I act as the translator on the Daily Bread radio show. So some of the stuff that you just shared with us, I think are key points that I want everybody to understand. And this is something that I was thinking about earlier as well. Even though you weren't doing it full time, the whole time, you still was practicing
On a daily.
on a daily basis.
As much as time permits, I practice. I might have a commission piece every 6 months or so,
Right,
but I'm making decent money in my 9-to-5 job.
right,
But I knew my destiny was to eventually do my art full time. Now I didn't know how it was going to happen.
but see,
I was
the
ready.
beauty in that is, but you still was practicing.
Preparation.
Yeah, you was prepared for it.
That's right.
And you an Alabama fan, so you was like Tua, right?
Exactly. I was ready to
You,
come
you
in.
Was, you was ready to come in. You know, it's the second half, national championship game.
Give me the
You
ball.
ain't played all year. Nick Saban came to you, say, Clarence,
Pretty much.
Clarence, we need a drawing. Can you get in the game? And you was like, yeah. And then you like, boom, did that, all them Alabama pieces. But you was prepared for that. Because if you just like, well, I'm working, I ain't got time, and then your skill set would have been diminishing as opposed to improving.
Because I hear that all the time. You know, people say, you know, I used to draw like you back in the day. I look at myself, like me, back in the day, really.
Right.
Let me see something. Show me what you're working with. and in most cases, they ain't got nothing. They come up with a big excuse and they're playing.
Right.
Life got in the way. Life don't get in the way. Life just happens. That's how you deal with each circumstance that arises. And that's what I do. I let things bounce off me, the naysayers, you know, the dilemmas, Anything that comes my way to try to derail me from my path that I'm on, I let it bounce off. Keep on going.
Man, them some. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but these are some jewels that Clarence is sharing with us, and a lot of times, and the reason I threw that out there about the luck, because many times when people start to see success, see what happens is we all like to see the end product. We all want to be a part of the Super Bowl celebration, the Hall of Fame induction, but we weren't there when the person was in the gym by themselves, just working on their jump shot, working on their footwork, doing the jump ropes. And in your case, you was doing art, and I'm sure everything that you was doing, you wasn't so much getting paid to do it, but you was doing it with the thought of it. Me and you had this conversation yesterday, so I'm gonna bring that back into play.
Yeah.
Because we equated, and I brought something because I jotted some notes down when me and you was talking, and one of the things that Clarence and I were sharing in our conversation was this: you can really equate it to like a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Right? Like big sports fan. Clarence from Alabama, he's a big Alabama fan. I'm a big sports fan. I'm from the state of Florida, so you know where I'm a Florida Gator.
Yes.
So I'm all things Florida, but I'm from Duval. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm from Duval County. I'm from Duval. I was trying to hold it back because we had a guest, but you know where I'm from. But with that being said, I went back and started doing some research. And to talk about just being prepared, then today, every time that I do the show, I always feel like everything is on time, on purpose. So me and you had that conversation yesterday about how you could be working in your gifting. And in the beginning, it's just that. You in the embryo stage, you just grinding, you practicing. You know, you ain't got the big lucrative contract. You working.
You're working.
You getting better at it. So it's just like a rookie in the NFL. So I wanted to tie that into this brother, and I talked about it before, Shaquem Griffin. The brother from Central Florida. He's a twin. His brother Shaquille Griffin was already in the league last year. Both of them played at the University of Central Florida. Now Shaquem Griffin, he defied all of the odds. At 4 years old, he had his left hand surgically removed because he had a rare disorder. So now he got one hand, and they told him, like, you know what? With one hand, you can't play football. And he was like, yes, I can. I can play football. Not only did he play football, Little League, high school, played Division I football,
Which one?
and got to a point where the coach was like, you really can't play at this level with one hand. So they moved him from the second string to the third string to the scout team. And then he said, you know what? I thought about quitting. And then he said, but he said, I couldn't quit because of all the other people that have a similar situation to me, so I persevered. He comes back, ends up being on the only Division I team in recent memory to go undefeated, beat Auburn in the Peach Bowl in 2018, and he was the MVP of that bowl game. Didn't get an invite to the combine initially, and then God worked it out where he finally got an invite, and then he go to the combine, and he has the fastest 40 in the history of the combine. So that alone was like, oh my gosh. He had more bench, he pressed more weight than any other linebacker at that time. So that would have been enough. So you'd be like, okay, man, that's phenomenal. Then he goes and get drafted by the Seattle Seahawks, and his brother already on the team.
What?
How can you, how is that even possible? How is that, you got one hand and you going to the league. Now you're going to the league. Now you're going to get on the same team as your brother?
The NFL, though.
No, the NFL, no, you're not just your brother, your twin brother.
Yes.
Right? Then, so today, me and you had a conversation yesterday. I'm listening to the sports radio today, and they talking about this weekend. And guess what? KJ Wright, the starting linebacker for Seattle, got injured in a preseason game. Who getting ready to start this Sunday against the Denver Broncos? Who's getting ready to start in KJ Wright's place this weekend?
The rookie.
Shaquem Griffin with one hand. He's getting ready to be the starting linebacker in the NFL with one hand. So I'm saying all that to say, all of that stuff that happened behind him,
Mm-hmm.
it was no way for him to see that, but he said, you know what, I'm going to keep going.
Gotta keep going.
I'm going to keep going. So I can appreciate your story. The same thing we doing here on the Daily Bread Radio Show.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing, the DKM Radio. So when we doing all these different things, people like, man, how many people listen to the show? What he said.
Million.
And they ask me, you know, I'm going to say a million. If they ask me, they, you know, we got an ongoing joke. I say, I got my own radio show.
And what,
And then they say, what station is it on? AM and FM. So I'm like, it's on the internet.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
from old school, man.
Man, hey, can't nobody faze me from what God. When I say I could do this from now on forever.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying now on forever. So whatever's gonna come to me is already destined to come to me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's in the future, right? I'm a year and a half in. This brother is like 40 years. How long you been doing the art?
About 47 years.
40. Listen to this now. God, dog.
Mm.
Moses was only in the wilderness 40 years. Clarence had it.
You know, look, man.
Clarence like, hey, Moses ain't got nothing on Clarence. Clarence like 40 years. Oh, that ain't nuts. Dude, I did, what's that? 40
You know
years.
what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, I did 40 plus 7.
Yeah.
Then what's 7? I guess 7 is completion, right? But I'm like, man, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
47 years of creating it, and now you're at a point where just share with the listening audience. And I know you and me, we have an inside joke. So when you hear us saying this, I know you'll be like, what are they talking about? We had a show where we were we were talking about people being braggadocious, right? Being preposterous, being, too cocky. And what we came up with a word, which is humblia, right? And we said this is where we reside. We reside in humblia, like that's a place. Like we humble with ours, right? And I know you humble, right? To an extent. But come out of humblia, because I want people to understand this. Come out of humblia and share with the audience the type of art and the type of people that seek out your work. And come out of humblia. Now I need you to lay it down, man. I need you to act like you Nick Saban. You know Nick, you're a big Alabama fan, so I need you to Nick Saban me now. That's a verb. Nick, I want you to nick me.
Nick
You gonna nick it? I want you to nick me. But just
Okay, well, I get calls all the time from publicists, managers, agents of that's event coordinators for
Okay.
mega events, and they need to present some artwork or make a presentation or have a display to add some ambiance to the event. Most recent, did one for Dick Gregory,
well,
the Dick Gregory,
the
Yo.
Dick Gregory.
activist and comedian.
Man, I saw that piece too.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. So he had 2 years to really enjoy it before he passed. That was monumental. John Carlos, Dr. John Carlos now.
I saw that one too, man. I saw that picture.
1968 Olympics.
Yes.
With the fist in the air with the
Right.
black glove.
And you did it with a recent photo of him with the grape.
Exactly. Like, I got called, my female buddies from Japan, doctor in Las Vegas, called me on Saturday before the following Saturday. What was it on Monday? I think it was on Monday before the Saturday. I said, I've been intending to call you. She's fumbling around. I'm like, go ahead,
Just
get
to
it out.
Right.
You think you have time to do one of Dr. John Carlos for our annual fundraiser on Sunday, no, Saturday in Las Vegas? I'm like, now, it's not clicking up to me who John Carlos is.
Mm.
And she refreshed my memory, because I was too young to remember that. I was like 5 years old, right? When she told me who he was, I was like, I'll be at 3:30. You got time? I'll make time. You don't let opportunities like that pass you by. And he was blown away. He was blown away. He he had no idea to expect that, you know, so, it's part of history. He had a legacy, and I add to my own legacy, you know, then there's, Claudette Robinson, Smokey Robinson's first wife from the group The Miracles. That was this time last year.
Okay.
Big event. She was receiving an award from the city of Los Angeles. I'm in the desert. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from LA. There's a ton of artists in LA that could have chose, but my body of work spoke for itself.
Not just in LA, it's a ton of people.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
But they chose
They
Pencil
chose you.
Man because they knew that I was going to represent
But you gonna bring that heat.
the A game, all caps.
You was gonna nick them. You was gonna nick them.
No, so that's a
Pencil
couple.
Man.
But then that's like Bill Duke, Bo Jackson actually signed one I did for a fundraiser in Las Vegas. I could the Duke of Earl. That was recently. So many. The list goes on and on and on. Hank Dixon from the.
I can't believe, wait a minute. I said come out of humble Clarence. Now I've been trying to be nice to Clarence.
This
I've
whole
been
time.
real cordial.
Ask him about the magazine.
I'm not, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. I'm about to ask him about something else. I know.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
This how you act when we have a guest man. This how you act when
It's
we have
it's
a
hard to
guest
pull me out on the stage.
man. I'm about to pull you out. So you named all those people, right?
Right.
You named all the people, and I'm gonna say like the old people, man. I'm taken aback. I'm taken aback that you would name all the men. You named all the men, and I said, what was one of the best people? I teed it up for you. Look,
Okay.
I just
Okay.
look, I came down. It's like 87. I came down, looked this way, threw it up.
Come on.
Did you?
And no, and Clarence did. Clarence walked by the ball. I said,
Okay, all right. Okay, now the first one that had mega significance
mega.
was Rosa Parks.
See?
It was back in 1993.
See?
There you go. Come on out of humble leader.
1993.
You warming up.
Yeah, that was I'm gonna make this happen type of poetry.
Wait a minute. Rosa, so you did a piece specifically for Rosa Parks?
She was coming to my area. I knew she was coming. And to my wife, I said, I'm going to do this picture of Rosa Parks. I don't know how it's going to get to her, but it was back in 1983. I was just emerging at that point, right? So I get a call from NASA, a big wig from NASA,
Did you hear that?
aerospace. Said, Clarence, listen, Rosa Parks coming. Do you think you got time to do a portrait for her for this mega officers club luncheon on this date? Now I'm 99% done already. All I gotta do is sign my name, but I play hardball. I'm like, my schedule's really tight. I said, but I think I can get it in there, but it has to go from my hand to her hand. Not some
Yeah.
big wig, not some general, colonel, whatever. And he said, I don't see a problem. Now he had mentioned they're gonna give me some compensation.
Right.
That didn't really matter. It helped, but it didn't really matter. They could have said, we have no funds for it, can you still do it? I still was gonna say yes. But since he said, well, give some
So you give me some
Benjamins.
bread. You
I'm
like,
gonna say, hey, I
you like,
received,
all right.
bring it on.
You like,
So-
that's good.
So after the very next day, we got off the call, I said, I'll be back tomorrow to pick up my check. And the day of the event, I show up, picture still in my hand the whole time. They called me up on stage and made the presentation. Got a kiss on the cheek. And she said, oh, this is so lovely, young man, and
You kiss Rosa Parks.
no, she kissed me on the cheek.
No, he said Rosa Parks kissed him. I was just kissing Rosa Parks.
So,
Wait a minute.
so that's about to get wide for a couple
You
of
know what I'm
days.
saying? I'm like, wait a
And
minute.
that's the one thing I did one recently for Jane Kennedy.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of our guys' age, teenage, imaginary girlfriend.
You know, as that Clarence started studying, he said,
Yeah, so, but, and a few others, it's just, Yo-Yo the rapper, I did one for Yo-Yo the
Yeah.
rapper, had their 25th anniversary of her being in the industry a few years ago.
Okay.
So I kind of, like I said, I don't force myself into events. I just make a good pitch.
Right.
Cause that event, I just did one for Bill Duke, Dick Gregory, and I inboxed the event coordinator, those images of those presentations, right? Cynthia, Busby. So she didn't hesitate. She said, "Let's do it." Cause I said, "Let you and I both look good." You know, exchange for the VIP tickets, and I make a presentation on behalf of everyone involved. And that was one of those events that kind of catapulted everything. And Barry Gordy family has an annual fundraiser. One thing I'm gonna get on back. Let me back up. One thing I try to employ in other artists, when you have an event, document that event with some video footage or some pics or something to validate what you say. I had an event in my local area, not a huge turnout per se. It don't matter to me. Just having the event itself.
Right.
And some video coverage of the event. Post on Facebook. The guy in Beverly Hills saw the video. I saw he was tied in with the Gordy family and Motown and stuff like that, and sent him a friend request. He said yes. I put my Marvin Gaye, Mike Jackson, Diana Ross, all my Motown stuff in his inbox. He instantly called me on Instant Messenger. I know that's my Instant Messenger, but I know who it was that was calling me. He was tasked to help with some items for the fundraiser for Fuller Gordy's annual fundraiser. Now, he was a professional bowler that was Barry Gordy's brother. So I donated a Michael Jackson collage to the event, and now I'm tied into the Gordy family, Motown, and all that. From that one event of giving up myself a piece of item that was valued at, not going to change, but it didn't matter to me. Now I've been on her show, Carla Dawn Live show, and it's a ripple effect. Once you get the ball going, you can't stop the ball from rolling.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Barry Gordy.
You
I
know-
mean, the names you've been sharing with us is just,
Over the top.
that's incredible,
Yeah, over the top.
right? I mean, because in order for you, like you said, take some pictures, take some videos, have it documented. It's nothing like documentation.
It validates.
Yeah.
I was in the military, and that was one thing that I can home into. Documentation validates what you say. I can say, oh, I did one of Rosa Parks, blah, blah, blah. But if I had that picture, saying what I just did
Right.
on my website or social media so people can see.
And I had an artist, I brought a piece of art once down in New Orleans.
What's that?
What's that?
Aloha, this is Wally Amos, and you are listening to the Daily Bread Radio. It's the best.
So so you know what's next. So we're gonna have the one with the pencil man, right? We'll have that one, and then I got one I'm gonna throw on y'all a little later. That's gonna be a surprise, but that documentation is key. It's the key, and like again, a conversation you and I was having off the air. It's about the opportunity. It's not always about how much money you're gonna make from that one. The way you look at it, you're looking at it from a long range standpoint and not, oh, they could have gave me X number of dollars for this painting. It's like, no, I'm gonna be able to do it over and over and over. So you really weaving in a lot of business
Oh yeah.
skills, because you said that I wear all of the hats for my business. I'm my own publicist, I'm the artist, I'm the event coordinator, I'm the publicist.
All of them.
All of them wrapped in one. So, you're inserting yourself. So when you see things, you snap into action, because you don't really have time to well, I wonder if they're going to pay. Well, I don't know if they're going to, what are they going to think? I don't even know them. They don't know me.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, right?
You just gotta go get it. And don't be afraid. A lot of cast men, they don't want. My biggest question to other artists: do you ever have art exhibit, or have you been on a TV show, or radio show, or any kind of footage at all. And it's the scary factor of disappointment more than they're afraid of success.
Right.
I said, just set up some chairs in your backyard, put up some drawers in your backyard, and invite your neighbors to come over.
Right.
Your kin folks, anybody. Video record you talking to them, you know, whatever, and post it on YouTube.
Right. Just look, just and that's the thing that we talk about on the Daily Bread Radio Show that we get away from when we kids. Just pretend,
And pretend.
right? But what we don't want to do, we get into this paradox amongst ourselves. And here's the paradox, right? I'm scared to look too small, right? Because I don't want to look like I'm not the man already. I'm not the big, you know, whatever artist. I'm making a gazillion dollars, but at the same time, I don't want to be. I'm too scared to look too big too.
Yep.
Right? Because now if I look too big, oh, I done changed, or you don't know, you just. So we get stuck, and then we don't do either, right? So what I tell people is like, pretend and act the way you want to be. Just pretend. Pretend like this is and that's why when we come in, we say unequivocally, #1 radio show on personal finance in the industry.
Hey,
Everybody may not have heard of us yet, but this is the #1 show because it's my belief that
Come on.
all the people that you named, right? The Rosa Parks, the Barry Gordy, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the Nick Sabans,
sitting right here.
all of them were who they were even before they became famous.
Absolutely.
They were the same person, but we didn't know them. Like Michael Jackson, before Michael Jackson was discovered, but he couldn't dance? He couldn't sing? What? I mean, before they discovered Prince, was he not already Prince Roger Nelson? So with us, when I look at our careers and what we're doing, before he was Prince.
Before Richard,
Richard who?
Serena Daddy, taught them girls how to play their tennis.
Now what you're not gonna do is keep asking them all them questions. She already told you
What
the
she
first
said?
time,
What she
and she
said?
coming and you gonna leave.
It went off there.
You know what Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do is you're not gonna be talking to these black girls like this. She already told you the first time. So leave it alone. Cause when we gone and dead, when you and me gone and dead, she gonna still be playing.
Still playing.
Still playing. But and the beauty of that was this. He was a visionary and he saw that.
So yeah.
Right? He was a visionary and he saw that, and someone shared that with me recently, one of my cousins. He said, do you know the difference between having a vision and being a visionary? And I was like, I paused, I was like, oh, that's deep, man. You're getting real deep on me. He said, let me tell you. He said, to have a vision, that means you see some things coming into manifestation in the future. That's someone who has a vision.
Yeah.
He said a visionary is a person that can see something coming into manifestation in the future and put the things in place to make it happen.
Wow.
I said, God, dog. Oh, boy. So, I mean, so when you hear something like that, I get blown away. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that I shared with every guest that is sat in that seat. Me and you wouldn't even be talking had I not taken that first step. Me and you wouldn't have been talking had you not taken that first step and tapped into your gift and was willing to be ridiculed, to be willing to be like, man, ain't nobody gonna buy that. Man, who you,
get a
like,
real job.
Yeah, like, why don't you get a real job, man? We need some money, and we need these bills paid,
Man,
and
what
you
talking
out
about?
here sketching around. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it goes back to the point that you just made. Put some chairs out. Get a camera. Look into the camera and say, hey, we got a show. We got the Daily Bread. We got Guerrilla Publishing. And we got artists that come off from around the world. They documented. I ain't got to make it up. It's documented. Google me. JOAQUIN. Google me. I'm working on the Google me part, but it's getting there. I'm getting there. But I mean, it's so beautiful. But I would be remiss. Now I know we're getting close to the top of the hour, so before we get there, you got to show them some of the. I mean,
But-
I know they're 8x10s, but
But these are some of the pieces that the CEO of a sports magazine saw
whoa.
and called me up and said, listen, I've been on this journey to get this magazine out and about and the knowing of the people, but it's missing something. You know, every magazine now has graphics or actual pictures of people or something on it, but your artwork makes a serious statement. I mean, he strokes me like no tomorrow almost every day, right? I need you to be the face of the magazine. So from this day forward, starting, it's been a couple issues already, but it's relaunching next month. And my art is gonna grace the cover of every issue indefinitely, exclusively, forever. This is national, worldwide magazine.
You using some, man, Clarence, you using some powerful words. You said indefinitely,
Exclusively,
exclusively.
Forever.
That means just you.
that's me.
Indefinitely means in perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
That means, and for people that might be like, what are you talking about? That means on and on and on and on.
To the break of
Just
dawn.
you,
That's
to the
it.
break of dawn.
Working on.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. You know?
So yeah, so each issue is gonna be actually a collector's item. And I'm more than willing to sign anyone that comes in my mail, autograph them and send back to the Patreon. You know, that's how I roll.
Uh-oh,
All right,
that's
well,
how he roll.
that's how you roll.
That's roll
Hey,
tide.
man,
That's,
hey.
that's a roll tide.
I'm not gonna touch Alabama because I'm gonna be cordial to the guest. I'm not gonna touch Alabama. I'm gonna be cordial to the guest because he might nick me. You know, he in Humblelia right now, but he might nick me if I get out of hand. So I'm not gonna touch on Alabama. But
But one Alabama thing I want to touch on though, actually, one of the players from the '80s, Kerry Gould, has ALS disease.
okay,
So it's a warrior, he's fighting it. It's a foundation to bring awareness and info and educate the people about the disease and what stuff like that, right? So
okay,
I took it upon myself to create an image of him for him and for all the fans across the country and to acquire a copy. And a large portion of the proceeds from that will go to his foundation.
wow,
You know, I want those 6 foot checks, you know, and write in the amount in and, you know, bring it to him and say, go deposit this
documented
from the pencil man.
from the Pilsen.
Because I wanted to, for me, it's not for any accolades or data boys.
Right.
It's just the right thing to do.
Right, because you said that the
You know-
key word that you said he was a friend of yours.
Right, we grew up together, you know,
Right.
so it's more significant of any album of sports piece I've drawn because it's personal,
Right.
you know. But I'll show people some pieces. Yes, can they see that?
Yeah, I guess they can. We gonna do the best we could. We couldn't get this one 'cause they said 3 days, but just check that out. That right there. Yeah, work it out, man. Work that out.
We'll let our assistant,
Home
We'll,
assistant
leave-
now.
we'll let the assistant block the vision for a minute.
yeah, that's a horse I did, just because I wanted to do a horse. In my area where I live, it's surrounded by ranches and people love horses, you know.
All right, producer, we run out of time, man. You like a slideshow.
Yeah,
Down all over.
you just kind of show them, and people can go to the website and
Yes.
see all the other 140 plus pieces that's on my most recent drawings link.
Okay.
I love doing animals, pets, and anything they want, as long as it's not
Wow.
satanic or
So it's
you know,
yeah, nah.
distasteful,
Thank you.
you know, stuff like that. I'm good.
Thank you. Not using your gift for something negative.
Yeah.
But if someone wanted to contact you, all of your contact information is on the website?
Yeah, everything's on my
So
website.
the website again is www.clarence,
Thank you, sir.
CLARENCE, Pointer, POINTER.com. And the thing that we need to do is make sure if you want to get something that's historic, get a piece done, let's keep it in the family. Let's support each other's vision.
That's right.
And dreams, so that way you can say, you ain't gotta say, I got a Andy Warhol. I'm like, hey man, I got a pencil man. I got a pencil man in there.
Absolutely.
That thing is worth $1 gazillion. Cause one thing, it was another brother that I met down in New Orleans. And I don't really know art like that, but he had a unique product because not only did he paint, he was a carpenter, and he would make all of his frames were double framed and they were made out of wood from Katrina.
Wow.
So that in itself got me to stop. I was like, wow, wood from Katrina. The other thing that he taught me was this, and it goes back to what you was just saying. I brought the piece from him. He told me specifically, he said, look, take your phone out, take a picture of me signing it. He said, I'm gonna sign the back. He said, but you need to take a picture of me signing it, and that will give it instant authenticity.
Yeah.
He said, you keep that picture with this portrait and the value will go. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's happened for me with Hollywood Henderson for the Cowboys. I did one for him.
Not Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood. And when he received the print, I said, he called me. He said, what's next? I said, well, don't do anything yet. Wait until someone comes over or has someone actually take a picture of you actually signing. Now, he's in Florida. I'm in California, right?
Right.
So, as I have done about within the hour. 15 minutes later, I got a text, a notification on Facebook. It was him. Somebody came over and they saw him, actually signing the drawing I did for validation.
Wow.
It works.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey. I mean, it's a reason why, and the key word out of all those accolades that we gave you in your introduction, the key one that stuck out to me was master. Because in order for you to be a master, and I'm not a Mason, right? But I know that within Masonry, when you become a master, you have to be involved with the Masonic group for a certain period of time before you become master. If you're doing martial arts, before you could become the master, it's a certain amount of time. Regardless how good you are, you could come out and be super good from the onset, but it's a certain amount of time that you have to put into the art in order for you to reach the level of master, right? If you're a carpenter, a person that says, you have some people that are craftsmen, then you have a master craftsman. What's the master? The master craftsman is like, we're not taking any shorts. Everything is going to be absolute.
Absolutely.
Absolute. It's not going to be, it's a little off, it's a little faded. No. Master means I'm going to do it to the ultimate perfection. And I can definitely say the pieces that you have, the art that you do, is perfection. I mean, I'm looking at people, you done caught where their jaws are moving. You done caught like, I said, man, look, he got a crack in his tooth, bro. Clarence catch everything, so you gotta make sure you're grilled. You gotta make sure you're straight, or you gotta tell him, say, hey man, make me look good. Put your make me look good filter on, because whatever you look like, Clarence will capture it, because he's a master artist, and I really appreciate just being able to have the opportunity to be exposed to something like this. Because I've never been exposed to this level of artistry, and I appreciate the relationship and the friendship that we, have founded over the last 2 days, and just want to thank you for coming on to the show.
I enjoy it, man.
And one of the things, and you can come back anytime. Anytime you're in Atlanta, you got an open door policy. You can call us. You got my number. And definitely we reached out to each other on Facebook as well.
Right.
I would be remiss if I didn't say a big shout out to Cornbread. I'm surprised Corn.
Yeah.
Huh?
Cornbread.
Corn, I'm surprised Corn must be trying to watch the game or something, but normally Cornbread would have been in call by now.
There you go, right
Oh, good.
there you go. There you go.
This is the Daily Bread Radio Show with Joaquin. What's your name and where you calling from?
Man, this is the bread man.
Cornbread.
Corn.
What's up, man?
Hey man, what's going on, man? You called right on cue.
Man, yo, you know the spirit is working.
Hey man. We just getting ready to get started.
Raindrops.
Hey.
I'm dodging raindrops out here in New York.
Oh man, I heard y'all had a heat wave out there, man, like y'all was trying to bake. Y'all had people falling out at the US Open.
It was 99.6. Somebody had a fever.
Hey man, I was just saying, I really appreciate you taking the time to support the Daily Bread Radio Show and connecting me and Clarence and the Pencil Man Pointer and the Daily
And DKM Radio.
and DKM Radio
Oh yeah.
and the Morning Glow.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
Because Clarence
That's what I said.
was
That's what I said.
a guest on the Morning Glow this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
So, on behalf of all of us here at DKM Radio and the Daily Bread Radio Show and Gorilla Publishing and all of our companies that we represent,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate everything that you've done, man, to just make us better.
That's right.
Oh, most definitely, man. The spirit, well, I follow the spirit, man. And Clarence, I've been knowing for a long time. Never met the brother, but the spirit is so good. I had to bring him around to our circle, man, because I know good things are going to happen from here on out.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Wow, man. Hey,
He's a fantastic illustrator like no other.
master,
Let me tell you,
Oh,
man.
stop.
This guy,
master.
he's so good at that.
Keep it going.
Look, if you hang a fish up at night, and you see it start moving,
You know what I'm saying? Like the old Alfred Hitchcock movie, you put it up, your eyes be moving. Like, hey, man, no picture looking at me. That's why, hey, he ain't doing no pictures with me for no eyes. It's gonna be some, it's gonna be a football player or something. I don't need that one with some eyes looking back and forth.
Oh, boy. I tell you.
I know that's right.
No, man, but he was an awesome guest, man. He's been, super cordial, man.
Yes.
Just with us getting him to the studio yesterday, everything, man, has been just a phenomenal brother, man.
Top grade.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And he's in Humbolea. He goes back and forth between Humbolea and Nickville. Because he can go to Nickville, but you have to be paying attention.
Yeah.
Because he'll take you to Nickville, because he'll say, it don't matter to me, but you ain't going to get this nowhere else.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay. I'm like, okay.
That's what I look for in life, man. Something that's unique and nobody else knows about, man.
Man.
Bring it to the world, man.
Hey, man, that's what we doing, man. We're going to do some big things, man. And we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate
But
you,
I'm on the
man.
road, man. I'm about to head down to Maryland.
Okay.
Got some things popping off in Pencil, man. Glad you made it down, man. I'll be seeing you soon, man. I
Yes.
might have to hit out to the West Coast and finally break in, meet my brother for the first time.
That's-
man.
that's
It's gonna happen
right.
in 2018 for sure.
That's
all
right. Stay dry.
All right, cool.
All right, Corey. You have a good one, baby. Be safe out there.
Producer? All right, cool.
All right.
Oh,
Man, hey, audience, I know you got your audience on. Hey, we appreciate y'all joining us. It couldn't be, if it wasn't for the creator, all of this wouldn't even be possible. So, be thankful. Continue to strive for your dream. Continue to do the things that you need to do. Keep practicing on a daily basis. And if there's anything that we can do on the Daily Bread Radio Show, if you want to pretend, reach out to the Daily Bread Radio Show, DKM Radio. If you want to be a guest, reach out to us and come on and be a guest. If you can't get to the studio, call in.
Yep.
And we'll help support your dream as well, because we can all do it together. We can't do it alone, but we can definitely all do it together.
Definitely.
Y'all have a great evening. And it's football season. And like I said, I'm dedicating this show to the one and only, the old girl, Hattie Thomas, rest in heaven. And Saturday be her birthday. So, Mom, want to say I love you. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I appreciate all them beatings. I used to hate them when I was little. I got more beatings than
Did they hurt?
man, boy. I tell you what, I was thinking about this coming in. You know why people like who was I thinking about? Jay-Z, T.I., Jeezy. You know why a lot of times when they tell their stories, they so authentic.
Wow.
They be like, I was out in the street, I did this, that, and that. Because they confident, because that really happened like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about my mom, man, and the way I grew up. My mom beat me daily because I was a mischievous, mischievous
Yeah.
type of guy, but I
can
was
see
smart and I always got into a lot of stuff.
I
But
can
I
see
was
that. I
like,
can see that.
I didn't ask you to co-sign.
I can
man.
see that. I can see that.
But I got more beats than all my friends put together,
Probably
man.
need them.
You know what I'm saying? And they on the air, so I can say that with confidence. Like, and y'all know, my mom, but she was an awesome person, and I thank God that He brought her into my life and gave me the time that He did give me with her.
Right, that's right.
And I appreciate her to the utmost because of everything that I am,
Yes, God.
she put it into me. I mean, to the very end. I remember her last words to me. So definitely, shout out to her. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Clarence, I appreciate you coming on again. We're going to stay connected.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm going to go and get my money together so I can get me a picture commissioned.
Yes.
And we're gonna stay tight. And y'all keep dreaming and keep striving.
How the ball bounces Saturday to be fun.
How the Ball Bounces. This Saturday. Tune in this Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. How the Ball Bounces. What about 1 to 2 p.m.? 1 to 2 p.m. A moment with Pastor
Tandra. Mm-hmm.
Pastor Tandra.
Yeah.
And then next Thursday, from 8 to 9,
8 to
the
9.
Day Cake,
Go
the
ahead.
Daily Bread Radio Show.
Go ahead. Say it. Keep
Oh,
going. Keep
no.
going.
Okay, and then next Monday, we got Empower You.
Mm-hmm.
That's with Joshua.
Yeah.
Right, Joshua's supposed to be tuning in. He ain't called my show yet. I'll call into the show later. Tuesday we got Real Men Being Men from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday we got Just Ask Breezy
Yeah.
from 12 to 1. From 6 to 7 we got Rise to Prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 7 to 8 we got The Final Verdict.
Yeah.
Then on Thursday, the Magic Day. Thursday from 6:30 to 8 we got Spiritual Talk with Minister Neil. No, it's actually from 6:30 to 8:05. Then I come on at 8:05. I come on to 9 o'clock, the Daily Bread Radio Show, and then we start all over again. So y'all have a blessed weekend. You know, football season kicking off.
Go look at the game.
Go Cleveland. Go Cleveland. And don't worry about the Jaguars. We're going to handle ours. Hey!
Come on, go Cleveland.
Hey!
Throwing a gut punch at my Steelers. I know what you're doing.
Hey! Man.